And a very good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here on the campus of Collinsville High School. And to this JV game, which is just underway, I am Todd Duke. Glad that you're with us. The first of two that we have coming for you here this afternoon. The freshmen played on this floor as well just a little bit ago, and unfortunately they lost in two sets to Belleville East, 25-10 and 25-16. Here we are in the JV game just underway. Collinsville gets the first point, and the Kahok serve into the backcourt it goes. Belleville West is the team on the right of your screen in the darker uniforms, and Collinsville over here in the lighter uniforms. They, of course, are the home team, and back to serve, it is Lexi Bichoki. Lexi, a sophomore. She'll do some action on both the JV team and the varsity team, and she collects one back on the back line, set up front, and not tipped all the way over. It was blocked out by Belleville East, and then Collinsville puts it over, and then a great job on the other side by Cyan Sprinkle to knock that one over with one hand, and that ends up putting the Lancers on the board. Lily Georgina is the right side hitter for the JV team. Layla Pelly, the middle hitter. Emma Stroutmeyer on the left side. Megan Summer, the outside hitter. Jenna Scheller, the middle hitter. Lexi Bichoki, the outside hitter. And the setter was supposed to be number 4, Grace Combs. She apparently got hurt during warm-ups and is not in the game, and I don't really think she's in the building anymore either. From what I understand, she took a rocket shot off the head, and that pretty much knocked her out of commission for a while, so we hope she's going to be okay. She is the daughter, 9th grader, Grace Combs, the daughter of Ryan Combs, who is the owner-operator of Pac Mail, one of our great sponsors here, so we do wish him and his daughter the best of luck. 4-1 Collinsville here in this JV game. Over to Stahlhammer, and a point belongs to Megan Summer, the outside hitter freshman, and Collinsville is up 5-1. Back to serve it up once again is Emma Stouthammer. She is a junior. She's the libero in this game. That's why she has on the purple when all of her teammates are wearing the white. As Belleville East tries to send it over backwards over there on that far side post. That was Sarah Gingrich, and she, I think, almost cupped the ball as well, but nevertheless, it went out of bounds. Collinsville's up 6-1 here early on. That one goes all the way in the back corner. Might have been going out of bounds, not sure. Saved in the backcourt by Bichoki, and then off the net, and unable to get that one to a teammate was Jenna Scheller, and that ends up going out of bounds. So Collinsville retains their lead, but now it's 6-2 instead of 6-1. Again, I'm Todd Duke. Glad that you're with us here on the Kahok Sports Network. We'll be with you for both this JV contest and the varsity contest. Lauren Whitty, Kahok graduate of 2014, former volleyball player, will join me as well for that one, as that one flies out of bounds for Collinsville, and it's now 6-3 in favor of the Kahawks. Back to serve it up for Belleville East. Sarah Gingrich, she is a junior, and she sends it just over the net, but we had a whistle on the play, and I believe that we had a illegal rotation going on here for Collinsville. So a free point belongs to Belleville East before that ball even made it over the net. 6-4, Collinsville has the 2-point lead. It was just 5 a moment ago. Next hit goes to Bichoki. Set up over on the far side, and not a great setup, so that was the best that Summer could do to get it over. And now the Lancers and their libero, Lanny Cully, sends it on over. Collinsville trying to set it up over here on the side for Georgina. She gets it over, and then up to the front of the net. Into the middle it goes. That's a little bit too hard. Off of the hands of Gabrielle Durzo. And Collinsville gets one of those back, 7-4 in favor of the Kahawks. Here is Lily Georgina, the right side hitter, sophomore for Collinsville, ready to serve up this next one. 7-4 here in this first set. And it goes over to the near side of the court and then back to the middle. Belleville East having a hard time setting it up in front of their net right now. Here's a chance for Scheller. She just tips it over. A little light fingertip, and that one falls in for a point as well. 8-4 now in favor of Collinsville. Georgina back to serve it up again. On the way. Far side, back, and now Belleville East trying to set up. Still can't get it close to the net, but Faith Williams sends it over anyway. Here's a chance for Scheller. She sends it to the back line, and now Belleville East trying to set it up once again. They hit the candy cane, and that is out of bounds. I know that you can't see those from your screen, but each side of the net has a red and white striped pole going up, and that's to mark the out of bounds. And Collinsville now back up 9-4, so their 5-point lead that they had a moment ago when it was 6-1 back intact. There's a nice kill shot attempt by Summer, but it gets blocked back over to Collinsville's side, and then it drops to the ground, and Belleville East will pick up a point, and then they will serve. Nora Vandevoort checks into the game. She goes back to serve for the Lady Lancers. Back into the backcourt. Collinsville trying to set it up. They do so, and into the corner it goes. Now a kill shot. Nice job by Durzo for Belleville East, but Collinsville was up to the task. And now the Lancers try to set it up again. Here is Schaefer. Back to Bachoki it goes. They set up for Scheller once again, and into the back corner. A pick up by the libero Cully, and then it's sent over. Stouthammer over to the side, and somehow or another, Lauren Lee finds the empty spot in the middle of the floor, and Collinsville back to that original 5-point lead. Kahawks getting ready to serve it up. Megan Summer. She serves over the line and picked up by a nice dig by Belleville East. Back over this way it goes. Georgina over there and got to get it over now. And Georgina, whoop. That's a hard hit over there. I didn't realize that somebody had hit it back over already. Lexi Bachoki a little too strong on that send over. Elena Riley for Belleville East to serve. And it goes right in between Stouthammer and Summer, and neither one of them could get it back up in the air. So a 3-point lead now for the Kahawks. Another serve coming up for Riley. Riley gets it over. Set up on this side, and Lauren Lee does everything she could just to get it back over. And now back over onto this way for Durzo, and Durzo finds the kill shot right at the feet of Megan Summer, and just like that, it's a 2-point game. Collinsville was led by 5 on a couple of occasions. Riley serves another one up. It goes in the middle, and that was a nice play there. Sprinkle just jumped up, and before that one could be set up by Collinsville, Belleville East had it on their side of the net, sent it over. Timeout on the floor. We'll take a break as well, and we're back in just a moment here on the
Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahok Sports Network and KahokSports.com.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, I'm Todd Duke. Glad that you're with us here on the Kahok Sports Network. We're back to action. JV action it is, 10-9, and now 11-9 in favor of Collinsville as Lexi Bachoki finds that spot in that near side corner, all the way back in the back line. And now Jenna Scheller will go back to serve it up here for Collinsville. Jenna, middle hitter, sophomore. Belleville East trying to set it up, and that is a little bit too strong off of the hands of Durzo. And Collinsville extends that lead back out to 3. Scheller. Sends it into the back line, and that's pretty much where it stays. Got to get it over now, does Belleville East, and into the back line it goes for Summer. Trying to set it up, and a little bit too hard off of the hands of Layla Pelly. And over the line in the backcourt. Emma Stouthammer comes back in, the libero for Collinsville. Checking into the game is Megan Doolittle for Belleville East, and she'll be the server. Doolittle sends it over. Stouthammer picks it up. Set up coming, and over by Pelly. On the other side, Doolittle, the opposing number 11, picks it up, and now another setup coming up for Collinsville. This time it's going to go back over to this side for Lee, and it gets over. Belleville East handles it, brought up front by Gingrich, and then sent over once again by Durzo. She's got a hard shot, and then down on the ground it goes on a Layla Pelly shot, and Collinsville stays out front 13-10. Kareth Pritchett checks into the game for Collinsville, as does Addie Johnson. And Addie Johnson will come back to serve. Johnson sends it over. It's picked up in the backcourt by Van de Voorde. And then, a nice shot there. Right into open space for Gabrielle Durzo. Durzo, a junior. Looks like she has a little bit of an idea what she's doing back there. Faith Williams checks back into the game for Belleville East as Durzo now goes back to serve it up. 13-11, 2-point lead for Collinsville. Into the middle it goes. Bichoki up front for Pelly. Pelly into the back line. Belleville East saves it, and they try to set it up, and it's out of bounds. It went on this side of the candy stripe anyway, and then falls well away from the gray stripe on the floor here. And Bichoki back to serve it up now for Collinsville. 3-point lead for the Lady Kahawks here in set number 1. Belleville East tries to set it up, and Williams pops it over. Addie Johnson pops it up. Stouthammer over to the far side where it's put over by Summer. And now back over here for Faith Williams again, and that's a strong shot. And she blistered that ball right past Bichoki. And on the other side of the ball from Bichoki was Stouthammer, and neither one of them could react fast enough to get to that one. 2-point lead remains for Collinsville. The libero for Belleville East, Lanny Cully, back to serve. She does so, picked up in the backcourt. Collinsville trying to set it up. Little little miscommunication there between Katie Martin and Pritchett. And that ball follows right in between them, so all of a sudden it's a 1-point game. Serve coming from Cully, picked up into the backcourt by Martin. Sent over to the far side. Summer gets it across. And now a setup coming up here for Belleville East for Faith Williams. And boy, I tell you what, you give that girl enough time to get up there and spike that ball, and she'll do exactly that. We're tied at 14. Faith Williams doesn't mess around. Next serve coming up from Cully into the backcourt. Picked up by Stahlheimer. Now Collinsville's got to get it over. They do so by Johnson. And now another setup coming up here for Williams, and this one goes into the net. And Collinsville lucky to pick up a point there. And the Kahawks regain the lead, 15-14. Nice close match getting down to the wire here. Emma Stouthammer back to serve it up for Collinsville. He barely gets that one over the net. Belleville gets it over. Jenna Scheller. Instead of trying to set it up, she saw everybody vacate that far side back corner, and that's exactly where she put it. 2-point lead here for Collinsville now. Stouthammer ready once again. Into the back it goes. Up front it is moved, and here comes Faith Williams again off some hands up front. Nice job, or that one would have been blistered as well. And Collinsville gets it over. Summer. And trying to find that empty spot. Nice job keeping it alive. And Addie Johnson returned with her back to the net. Wouldn't quite make it all the way. And Collinsville still leads, though, just by 1 point. Delaney Schaefer checks into the game for Belleville East. While Gingrich serves it up. It's picked up by Stouthammer. Collinsville setting it up for Scheller. She just has to tip it across, and it works. Sometimes these girls are so tense on the other side of the net waiting for that hard spike that a simple little touch just throws them off. 17-15 in favor of Collinsville. Lauren Lee checks back into the game for the Kahawks. Lily Georgina comes in, and she'll go back to serve. Over the net, and a knuckleballer, and back. Oh, man, that was a great shot by Lauren Lee. Thought she was going to catch somebody off guard, and that one ends up staying in. Stoutheimer let it go, thinking it was going to go out of bounds, but it stayed in that far back corner. Nora Van de Voorde is checking in once again for Belleville East, and she'll go back to serve. 1 point game, Kahawks with the 1 point lead. It comes to and put up in the air by Summer, and Collinsville sees themselves tied once again. 17-17. Van de Voorde serves. Stoutheimer sends it up front. Pushed across by Georgina. And now a block by Scheller ends up falling down for a point. Collinsville retakes the lead. 18-17. Megan Summer comes back to serve, but Alexi Bachoki is going to check back in first. She'll take the place of Katie Martin. And the serve by Summer on the way. In the backcourt, picked up by Cully. Moved along and sent over by Pieta. And a whistle on the play. Net violation in favor of Collinsville. 2 point lead for the Lady Kahawks. Pieta checks back into the game, so I misread that. Must have been number 6, I guess, instead of 8. At any rate, here is Summer. She sends it back to the backcourt again to Cully. And now a setup up front, but it didn't quite make it all the way over, and Scheller puts it back. Collinsville will set it up for Scheller, and she tries the old finger touch, and another net violation for Belleville East gives the point to Collinsville. (20-17), Kahawks. That one barely makes it over, and that one's going to be hard to get back over, and they're not going to do it. That one stayed low, never did rise above anyone's waistline, and Collinsville up 21-17. And a timeout on the floor. We'll step aside as well. We're back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network. The Times-Tribune, Madison County's longest-running leading independent newspaper. The Times-Tribune covers Troy, Collinsville, Maryville, and all the villages and communities of Madison County. From area city halls to sports, including the Collinsville Kahawks and Unit 10 District News. The Times-Tribune covers that and more. The Times-Tribune is a weekly hometown newspaper published every Thursday, and a one-year subscription is only $40 for the printed and online editions. For more information, call the Times-Tribune at 618-667-3111, online at timestribunenews.com, or follow them on Facebook at Times-Tribune. Back at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, Todd Duke with you as we are back underway, 21-17 in this first set on this junior varsity matchup. And Bachoki setting it up and gets it right back and sends it over and down. 22-17. Collinsville 3 points away from taking this first set. And back to serve it up once again is Megan Summer. Summer sends it over, picked up by Durzo. And then up front, a nice little touch by Riley. And it's 22-18. And now we're going to say it belongs to Collinsville. I don't even know what happened there. All right, Faith Williams checks back into the game here for Belleville East. Collinsville somehow or another got the point out of that after they had already awarded it to Belleville East. So not sure. Megan Summer, she'll serve up another one because of it. And now a whistle while that ball was in midair. Now we're going to have a rotation violation against Belleville East. So Collinsville now just 1 point away from winning this first set. And Megan Summer going to try to see if she can make that happen right here. Into the back, picked up by Williams. Moved back to Williams. Williams had to come all the way from the back line. Now Collinsville setting it up for Jenna Scheller. Scheller gets it over, and it's double hit by Gabrielle Durzo, and Collinsville picks up the win. 25-17 in the first set. Second set action coming up here in just a moment on the Kahawk Sports Network.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Everyone has those projects around the house that you just don't want to do. AW Outdoor Solutions can take care of that for you. Former Collinsville High School graduate Adam Welly owns AW Outdoor Solutions, and he and his crew can handle all of the dirty work around your home or business. Whether that's tree trimming and maintenance, brush removal, power washing, gutter cleaning, and leaf raking and removal. AW Outdoor Solutions can handle that and much more. AW Outdoor Solutions is fully insured and offers free estimates on all of their work. AW Outdoor Solutions. Call Adam Welly at 314-252-8010 or on Facebook at AW Outdoor Solutions.
Just because you can cut your own hair doesn't mean you should. The Shop, a great place in Collinsville for men and boys haircuts, is where you should take your hair. The Shop is owned and operated by Collinsville High School graduates Danny Kress and Jody Neiman, and is located at 103 South Seminary Street in Uptown Collinsville. The Shop isn't just another place to get a haircut, as Danny and Jody take great joy in getting to know their clients and look forward to turning those clients into friends. When you sit in a stylish chair at the Shop, Jody and Danny pride themselves on getting to know you well enough to say, the usual? So, men and boys, if you're tired of the same old cookie-cutter approach to haircuts, check out Danny and Jody at the Shop. You may just walk out with not only a fantastic cut, but you may also walk out with a friend. Or two. The Shop in Collinsville, 618-772-7175. No appointment necessary. The Shop, 103 South Seminary in Uptown Collinsville. And once again, welcome back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here on the campus of Collinsville High School. I am Todd Duke, 2014 graduate. Lauren Whitty is joining us now. She got here a little early, expecting we would be in the varsity game already. But you played volleyball for so long, you know how these things work.
Oh yeah. They can get over real quick, or they can take a while.
We prefer real quick here, but we prefer wins.
Oh yeah.
Not getting swept in two sets, but doing the sweeping.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so Collinsville is up 25-17 in that first set, so we are ready to begin the second set, and Addie Johnson is going back to serve it up here for Collinsville. Libero once again is Emma Stouthammer, and the libero for Belleville East, Lena Cully. And in the backcourt it goes. Faith Williams sends it up front. Belleville East trying to get it up there, and they do. Boy, I tell you what. Gabrielle Durzo, number 7 for Belleville East. She's got a wicked shot, as does number 35, Faith Williams. So watch out when those two get in the air.
Yeah, they do.
Durzo back to serve. She does so, picked up by Stouthammer, and that one sent over the net, or did it? Did it go over the net? I don't know.
I don't think so. I think it hit that top band.
At any rate, Belleville East has a quick 2-0 lead. Durzo serves it up once again. Into the back by Stouthammer and moved around, and Pelly will send it over for the K-Hawks. Now back over this way. Here is Faith Williams, and boy, I tell you what, girl's got some mustard behind her shots. 3-0 real quickly here in favor of Belleville East. Set number 2. Belleville East needs this set to send it to a third and tie-breaking set. Into the backcourt, Bachoki had to dive for it and dug it out of there, but sent it screaming off to the left and right past Lily Georgina. 4-0 in favor of Collinsville. Kahok's got out to a 6-1 lead in the last game. and then had to battle back to stay there. Got tied a couple of times. Belleville East never did take the lead. And now another point awarded to Belleville East on a net violation. Was that what happened?
It looks like it.
Yeah.
Can't quite tell.
So, Gabrielle Durzo, 5 points in a row on her services until she shoots one out of bounds, and Collinsville picks up their first point. Back to serve is Alexi Bachoki. Alexi lets it fly. Barely gets
Nice
over the
serve.
net. Yeah, nice serve, and then you have a better dig by Doolittle, and the Lancers pick up the point. And it's 6-1. That was the score that Collinsville had at the start of the last set. Cully back to serve up this time. She does so. It's picked up by Bachoki, and another miss hit. And Pelly couldn't handle it. She almost actually caught the ball. Not supposed to do that in volleyball, from what I hear.
No, big violation.
Cully serves it up again. That one barely makes it over the net, and a nice save by Pelly. Now Stouthammer has to get it over. She does. Williams sends it in the air, and then in the middle, blocked out by Pelly. Nicely done, and Collinsville picks up a much-needed second point. Later. Stouthammer back to serve. Picked up by Durzo in the backcourt. Sent over this way for Faith Williams. That's blocked by Jenna Scheller, but unfortunately, right out of bounds. 8-2. Collinsville with the lead. And back to serve, Sarah Gingrich. Gingrich, a junior. 2 juniors on this JV roster, and Stouthammer, sends it up, and Collinsville gets it across. It comes right back across by Belleville East, and then Jenna Scheller sends one over. Somehow or another, Faith Williams managed to save that one. Back over for Collinsville. Here's a setup for Scheller, and into the corner it goes. I saw that Cully, number 3 for Belleville East, left that back corner, and I think Scheller saw the same thing because that's exactly where she aimed.
Yeah, I think so. That was a really good shot by her.
Collinsville needed that point, trailing 8-2. Now it's 8-3, and back to serve is Georgina. She does so, picked up by Cully. And then Williams just shoves it across with a little 2-hand volley. Set up and pushed over. See, I love that. Jenna Scheller can slam them with the best of them, and then the little fingertip touch, that works just as well. Back to serve it up once again is Lily Georgina. She does so, and Durzo sends it over, and Faith Williams, you know she wanted to get up there and slam that one, but the ball just wasn't set up enough. And sent across by Lauren Lee. And now back over to this side. Williams, she was everywhere, man. She's over on the far, back over on the near. And now she's going to go serve. 9-4 in favor of Belleville East. It is sent back. And Stouthammer over to Lauren Lee. To Scheller, and that's too hard. And Collinsville is going to get a point anyway. Okay, so tell me what happened there.
Looks like someone was in the net.
Okay, that's not allowed either.
Nope.
Not unless you're a fish. So Collinsville has picked up a couple of points here when they thought they weren't going to get any. And now it's 9-5. Collinsville doing a good job climbing back from being down 8-2. Durzo sends it all the way over, and a backwards to the net shot for Belleville East. Now Scheller. Yeah, those little fingertip feather touches, man, they have a way with messing with you, don't you?
They're pretty tricky.
You see a girl like that jumping up to the net, you're thinking this thing's going to come at me at about 100 miles an hour, and then she drops it in there at about 2 miles an hour. Oh, that one's into the net. That's the I think that's the first unforced error by Collinsville in this JV set. No serves have gone out of bounds, and that was the first one in the net. So back to serve it up is Elaney Riley for the Lancers. She does, picked up by Stouthammer and moved aside. Now for Bachoki, and blocked up front, but it stays alive for Belleville East. Now back over this way for Durzo. Durzo had a little too much mustard on that one, and that one's out of bounds. Collinsville climbs back to within 3. We're over at the stadium for the next 2 nights. Have some boys volleyball versus the same school, Belleville East, and then we'll be there Friday night for football versus Muscuda. Here's Durzo, and again, a little bit too strong. Durzo looked up at the referee and now over at her coach, thinking that that was off of a Collinsville Kahok finger. Head coach, by the way, for Belleville East, Joe Nesbitt, in case I didn't mention that earlier. Now Belleville East setting it up. Collinsville picks it up. Here is Scheller over on the far side for Bachoki. Bachoki found that wide open middle area, which normally there's all kinds of people in the middle, but sometimes, every once in a while, you'll find that spot vacated.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes you can catch them standing.
Yeah. And Collinsville, after trailing 8-2, has gotten this back to within 1 point. Jenna Scheller sends it over. Picked up in the middle and moved over onto the side for Durzo. Durzo, man, I'm telling you
beautiful.
What. That would have broken my wrists. Megan Summer over there.
That was
reactionary, wasn't it?
That was amazing. That was good.
10-10. So Kahawks trailing by 6 have come all the way back to tie it up. Jenna Scheller back to serve it up once again. She serves it into the net. And then Scheller will go out and Stouthammer will come back in. 11-10. Lancers with the 1 point lead. Megan Doolittle back to serve it up here for Belleville East. To Bachoki and set up back for Bachoki. And she sends it over into the back line and it's picked up there by Belleville East. Now they're in trouble. That ball starts going backwards, man. You have very little time to try to react and run and trying to get it. And you need a perfect hit there by Doolittle to keep that one alive for one more to try and get it over the net, but instead it goes into the Belleville East bench. We have students in the house tonight, not the ones playing, spectators. They have allowed students into the gymnasium for the first time this year for spectator purposes, so that's nice to see. Probably about, 12, 15 of them over there?
Probably, yeah, something like that. It always helps having a nice crowd.
Yeah, if this was normal times, the boys just got through with football practice over there. They would have come in and packed that student cheering section down there in that corner, and they would be all over it.
Oh, yeah. They were good at doing that when I was in high school.
Yeah, here's Addie Johnson. She serves, does so right in the middle, picked up by Cully. Moved across, and Addie Johnson gets it again to Stouthammer, over to Lexi Bachoki, and Bachoki sends it back in. Another nice pickup there by Cully. Durzo with another hot shot. This one stays inbounds and couldn't be handled there by Stouthammer, and it's back to a 1 point lead for the Lancers. Gabrielle Durzo serves, picked up by Bachoki. Moved up front by Addie Johnson. She just shoved it over, trying to catch him asleep over there. And here is Faith Williams, and I think that Stouthammer tripped over her own feet there. She got crossed up, left over right, right over left. So a 2 point lead back intact for the Lancers. Here again is Durzo, and Bachoki sends it right to the referee. He's not playing.
She's got a good serve, a nice float.
Yeah.
Those are tough to pass.
Some of them knuckle too, man.
Oh,
they have that little movement in the air. Timeout on the floor for Collinsville. We will step aside for a timeout as well. Back in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, I'm Todd Duke, 2014 Kahok graduate and former Lady Kahok volleyball player Lauren Whitty, joining us for the rest of this junior varsity matchup and all of the varsity sets that we have coming up for you. Right now, Lancers are faced to win this set or end their night, and that one stays in. Stouthammer thought it was going out. I don't know if Lexi Bachoki told her to let it go, but at any rate, it's now a 4 point lead for the Lancers. Collinsville won the first set, 25-17, so Kahok's trying to sweep the Lancers out of here. Freshmen, unfortunately, lost both of their games. They got swept.
That is a tricky serve. That's tough to read.
Yeah, and she rattled off about 5 straight points at the beginning of the game, too, didn't she? Yeah. Another shot coming up from Durzo. That one picked up and sent back and then blocked out up front. Nicely done there by Cyan Sprinkle. And I believe she had a little bit of help there from number 23, Sarah Gingrich. And Durzo continues to run. So Collinsville got this thing tied up, and now all of a sudden they trail by 6 due to Kahawks.
Nice set.
Set up for Bachoki, and she sends it across. Nice dig over there by Cully. Sent back over. Collinsville Summer picks it up. Set back up over here. And sent across. Nice volley going on here by both teams. Here's Bachoki trying to end it. She can't. Faith Williams saves it. And back to Faith Williams for that strong shot. What a nice block up front by Layla Pelly. Somebody thought they already scored a point. They were already cheering and jumping up and down. Durzo picks it up in the back. Sent over. Another save by Summer. Addie Johnson to Bachoki in the back. And another nice job by Durzo. She does it all over there for Belleville East. Another block by Pelly, and we have a net violation to Collinsville, and that'll give a point to Belleville East. Boy, that was a whale of a volley they had going on there.
That was beautiful.
But it's a 7-point lead now for Belleville East. Collinsville's hard work to tie this thing up is falling apart here, but still a little bit of time left. And in case they do lose this one, they can come back in the third set. There's the first net serve by Durzo. We'll give Collinsville back a point. And now Lexi Bachoki back to serve it up for Collinsville. Kahawks trail by 6. Sent over into the back corner. Why are they going to aim it at Durzo? I have no idea. Here is Williams, and another nice block out front. Pelly turned around expecting to get hit in the head by the ball. And a point for Collinsville. That was funny. Layla Pelly kind of turned around and did one of the hands over her head kind of thing, thinking she was going to get smacked. Durzo uses 2 hands to send it up. Collinsville setting it up.
Oh, miscommunication.
Yeah, it was.
With that block.
Here is Williams.
Good block.
Another block up front, and double team by Kareth Pritchett, and Layla Pelly gives Collinsville another point. So the Kahawks, down by 7, have climbed back and now have gotten back to within 3. Here is Bachoki ready to serve up another one for the Kahawks. Right over the net. Durzo picks it up. Stop sending it to her. I think you need to find somebody else to send it to besides Durzo.
Yeah, she's a very good passer.
Yeah, that was a little dump over by Sprinkle. And Belleville East picks up the point. 19-14. Lady Lancers have the lead by 5. Back to serve is the libero, Cully. She sends it over, picked up by the opposing libero, Stauphammer. Set it up for Pelly. Picked up once again by Durzo. And Durzo will send it over, and that's out of bounds. Durzo's good, but every once in a while she puts too much on it. She'll send it out of bounds. She's done that about 3 times in this set. Back to serve for Collinsville, Emma Stauphammer. Kahawks trail by 4. Sent over, Durzo picks it up. Sent up, and here is Faith Williams, and a nice job by Stauphammer. Moves it up, and Stauphammer sends it over. Durzo up to the front again. This one's just pushed across on the second try. And Addie Johnson for Jenna Scheller didn't set it up for a slam, though Scheller has to just give it the old finesse touch. Back for Addie Johnson again. Stauphammer over to Summer. Summer over the net, and we have another whistle, and this one's going to go against Belleville East for another net violation, and Collinsville's back to within 3 again. I don't even see the net move. How is it a net violation?
You could barely see it sometimes.
Okay. Stauphammer ready to deal it again, and she does so. Cully, the last moment, changed her mind and went from the usual fist over and tried to slap it over with the double, and that didn't work out. Timeout on the floor. We're back in just a moment here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS class of 99, want to wish all of our Kahawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a Kahawk, always a Kahok. Hashtag Kahok family.
Back here at Collinsville High School, Lauren Whitty on the other microphone. I'm Todd Duke. Glad that you're with us. Got a good one going on here. 2-point game. Collinsville trailing 19-17. Kahawks trying to come back, take set number 2, and sweep the JV Lady Lancers. And that's a good start, but somehow or another. That's out of bounds. Yep. Well, that was a nice save over there by Belleville East, and then they sent it over here, and Faith Williams pushed it out of bounds.
I think that set was a little doubly, if you ask me. It had quite a bit of spin on it.
Yeah.
I would have called it.
Back to a 1-point game. And back to serve it up once again, Emma Stouthammer. She does. Into the back. That's in.
Nice.
In the back corner. Cully let it go. We are tied at 19.
Sniped it. Beautiful serve.
All right. Stouthammer, the golden girl right now. She's having a lot of points back there for Collinsville. That
Nice
one barely
sword
makes it
serve.
over, and it gets over. I don't know how. Belleville East saved that. Here is Summer with the try, and that one's off of Scheller and out of bounds. So 20-19 in favor of the Lancers. We're going to be in for a whale of a finish here in this game. So it's the Lancers' turn to serve. And in the backcourt, Sarah Gingrich. Gingrich sends it over. Stouthammer pops it in the air. Addie Johnson sends it over to Summer, and Summer has to get it across. Belleville East trying to set it up. They do so. Picked up by Addie Johnson here in this back corner right underneath our location. And then sent over, but out of bounds by Kareth Pritchett. That one kind of went the wrong way on her. 2-point lead for the Lancers. Gingrich brings it into the net. That helps. Especially when the game's this close. That has got to just burn up a coach, man.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Like,
those
it's
unforced errors.
21-19. What are you doing?
Those unforced errors, they get frustrating, but especially when it's neck and neck like this.
Make sure that, we are allowing the proper substitutions. Well, they're going to take the point away from Collinsville.
I don't know what happened.
I don't know either. See, if you don't know what happened, I'm really lost. Gingrich, again, serves it up. That one, it went into the net. How is that against us?
I'm not sure.
Do they make an illegal substitution?
Maybe. I'm not sure. Looked like the coach might have tried to call a timeout, but I don't think that would have done anything. I'm not sure.
Neither am I.
Hopefully we get this point back, though.
Yeah, 22-19. Collinsville trails by 3. Another serve from Gingrich coming up. That one's a knuckler, and Stouthammer saves it.
Nice set, Scheller.
Oh! Pritchett couldn't get it over the net. 23-19. Timeout called by Collinsville. We'll step aside for a brief moment as well. Back in just a second here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipSt.Louis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884.
Back at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. And back to serve once again is Gingrich. She sends it over. Collinsville trailing by 4. And got to get it over now. They do.
Nice.
Well, it was almost two kids running into each other there. Here's Faith Williams, another save by Stouthammer. Johnson sets it up for Summer. She sends it across, blocked out, but that's hit about 12 times and didn't go over. So Collinsville does get that point back, 23-20. Lancers with the lead. Make sure we're doing this right, ladies. All right. Lily Georgina comes back to serve. she's not ready. I was going to say she's ready, but there we are. Oh, that one's not going to make it. And set point coming up here for Belleville East, trying to tie this at one set apiece and send us to a third and decisive set. Back to serve, Faith Williams. She does, and into the net.
Miss serve after miss serve.
Yeah, that didn't happen very much I don't think it happened at all in the first set. All of a sudden here in the second set, especially late. Nora Vandevoort comes back in for Belleville East. Back to serve for Collinsville is Megan Summer. Summer sends it across the net to the newly inserted Vandevoort. And now over here for Durzo. That's too hard. And Collinsville climbs back to within 2. You have to win by 2, so Collinsville still has some work to do. First, you have to tie it. Summer sends it barely over the net. Set up for Durzo again. Durzo blocked out by Jenna Scheller.
Nope, it landed on our side.
Landed on our side, and that's game. 25-22 in favor of Belleville East. So we will go to a third and final set, and we'll have that for you here in a few minutes on the Kahok Sports Network.
Are the lights on your dashboard putting on a show? Bring it to Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Mike's Automotive is also a T3 certified tire center. They can handle all of the basics like oil changes and tune-ups, and the not-so-basics like complete engine rebuilds. Mike's Automotive also has 24-hour towing and has 3 locations: Millstadt, St. Louis, and in Collinsville. The Collinsville location is at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call 345-0611, online at mikesautomotive.net and Mike's Automotive on Facebook.
All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number 1 on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent customer service. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Online at allprotees.com or on Facebook at All Pro Tees. Or call All Pro Tees at 344-2200.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Plumbing or electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technicians are clean-cut, drug-free, and background checked. What other company can make this bold statement? Our 24-hour emergency service will ensure your plumbing, heating, AC, and electric are up and running no matter what time of day it is. Schedule your appointment today. Tiger Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Services. We earn our stripes every day.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, Todd Duke, Lauren Whitty with you. Sad day in the St. Louis area. We found out right before we came here that Blues legend Bobby Plager passed away today. Condolences to the Plager family and the Blues family and all you Blues fans out there. My daughter and I were fortunate enough a couple years ago to go to the game where they retired his jersey. We were fortunate enough to get some penthouse tickets for that game, so we were up in the rafters when they raised that thing to the rafters, and it was really cool.
That is cool. That is cool. That's so heartbreaking.
It is. Still have not heard what happened. I was on
in
my
a car
way
accident.
here. Oh, really?
Yeah. So it was sudden.
Yeah. I was going to say he wasn't sick or anything. And
no. So I hope the other person's okay. But
yeah. All right, third and final set here. Somebody's going to walk away a winner. Collinsville won the first set. Belleville
Nice.
East wins the second set, and Collinsville picks up the first point here in set number 3. So, Kahawks lead 1-0, and back to serve it up is Lexi Bachoki for Collinsville. Sends it over into the middle. It's pushed up front, and a setup there. Blocked out of there by that sprinkle shot, and up front, I believe that was Summer or Pelly. I can't remember which one.
Pelly.
Pelly, okay. 2-0 in favor of Collinsville. And I'm not sure if we're going to 25 or we're going to 15.
15.
Okay.
Third set's 15.
Is that always like that?
Yeah,
Okay.
except college.
Okay.
College, you play the best of 5.
Yeah,
So.
I was going to say 5. So you have to get to 15 first in this one to win it, and the Kahawks looking pretty good right now. Get the first 3 points here in this third and final set, and Lexi Bachoki will serve it up once again here for the Lady Kahawks. Oh, into the net. Principal Snyder over there talking to all the students. How about that?
Sweet seeing him be active.
Yeah. They're probably like, we see you every day. Why don't you just keep on walking? No, I'm just kidding. I know how kids think. I used to be one. I used to be a kid. I know how they think. Here is Summer. She sends it over and finds an empty spot in the far corner. And wow, right now Belleville East kind of looks out of sorts, don't they?
Mm-hmm. It's good.
4-1. Collinsville with the lead. And back to serve it up. Emma Stouthammer. And it is sent over, picked up by Cully. Moved across already. Johnson to Stouthammer, over to Summer, and Summer just let that one a little bit too deep and just went out of bounds. She had the right idea, though, because there was no one over there.
Oh, yeah, that was a good shot.
4-2, Collinsville with the lead. Back to serve it up now is Sarah Gingrich. Gingrich brings it across, picked up by Bachoki. Moved up for Summer. Summer tips it across, and a net violation. Point, Collinsville. 5-2, Kahawks. Lauren Lee checks back into the game. Addie Johnson, young sophomore Lady Kahawk, to the bench. Back to serve it up. Georgina. She barely gets it over there, and that was almost lobbed over. That had a weird angle to it. Wasn't one of those ones that go across the net and just skim the top. It was kind of
a beautiful short serve.
Kind of a dying quail, I guess you would call it, or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, a timeout on the floor, so we will step aside as well, and we're back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahawk sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahawk sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, Katie McCarthy and her JV Kahawks trying to win this game against Belleville East. Collinsville took the first set. Lancers took the second one. Here we are in the third one. First one to 15 wins. Collinsville has a 6-2 lead, and they send it over the net. Popped up, and now Kelly sends it over here for Faith Williams. Williams gets a finger off the front. Collinsville keeps it alive, and now it's sent over by Jenna Scheller. Move back over here for Faith Williams, and that one is...
I think I'd call that one out.
What are we calling it?
It's a replay.
Oh, come on. The man on the ladder over here, that's in the front of your screen for those of you watching at home, deferred to the referee on the other side, and she said she lost. And Williams sends it over, and it does not go over because Jenna Scheller is there to make sure that doesn't happen. 7-2 Collinsville. Georgina ready to set it up again. She does. Cully picks it up in the middle of the court. Sent back over to this side for Schaefer.
Block.
And another block. And it stays alive for Belleville East. They get it over on the final try. And now another setup for Scheller. And she saw that back corner left wide open, and she knew exactly where to put it.
That was a beautiful play.
8-2 in favor of Collinsville. Lauren Pueda checks back into the game here for Belleville East. Lily Georgina back to serve. Jayhawks up 8-2, trying to close out this victory over Belleville East. Picked up by Durzo. Back over for, this time Kelly steps in front of Durzo. And Collinsville another setup for Scheller. And she just touches it over. And now here is Faith Williams, and that one is inbounds. And Belleville East picks up a much-needed point. Lancers are down by 5, 8-3. And Faith Williams back to serve. In the middle, picked up by Stouthammer. Up front, set up for Summer. Summer sends it across. Here is a blistering shot by you-know-who. Gabrielle Durzo.
That was a good shot.
They got the heavy hitters out there, Durzo and Faith Williams.
Yeah, they do.
Referee blows her whistle and heads to the scorer's table, talking things over with varsity head coach Abby Hanger. Did you know Abby at all before she took over here?
I don't believe so.
No?
I don't believe so.
I know how tight the volleyball circle is. I know it's been 7 years since you graduated, but
Yeah.
I figured you probably knew her from somewhere. But
She seemed familiar, but I can't remember exactly.
all right, back to action after a brief timeout at the scorer's table. Faith Williams sends it over. Picked up by Stouthammer. Moved up, set up for Jenna Scheller. Scheller just touches it over, and Durzo, she can touch them back too. Not everything's at 100 miles an hour for Durzo.
Our middles have that left side wide open. They need to swing left.
3-point lead for Collinsville. Here is Bachoki. Sets it up once again. Scheller punches it over, and the girls on the other side couldn't handle it. I believe that was Elena Riley who tried to punch it back over, but it went the wrong way. 9-5. Collinsville gets that point back. Megan Summer back to serve it up for Collinsville. Does so. Here is another try for Durzo, and that one was tipped. Yep. Referees talk about it, say it was tipped. And it's 9-6 in favor of Collinsville. Riley back to serve for Belleville East. Does so. Summer pops it up, set up for Scheller. Scheller
swing.
off of a hand by Durzo, and no one there to clean up the trash. It falls in. Collinsville gets that point right back. Jenna Scheller. Lady Kahok basketball player, as well as volleyball. She gets it over, and it's picked up by Cully. Moved up, and a nice soft touch there by Cyan Sprinkle, and back and forth we go, giving points to each other. 10-7. Collinsville with the lead. Stouthammer comes back in. Also checking back in for Belleville East is Megan Doolittle. She'll go back to serve. Jayhawks up by 3. Tied at 1 set apiece. Stouthammer digs it. Over onto the far side, Bachoki, and then it's finally sent over by Lee. Here is another chance for Durzo, and that was a nice pickup over there by Summer, and Summer will get it back off of a hand up front. And
Nice tip.
another net violation by Collinsville. I think that's what that was.
Yeah. Looked like 17.
And another point for Belleville East, and Collinsville's lead is shrunk down to 2. Timeout on the floor, and we'll be back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Brady Pest and Termite Management is your local pest control source. The Midwest offers its fair share of pest problems, and Brady Pest and Termite Management is up to the challenge. Whether it's pesky rodents in the cold winter months or ants, spiders, and other pests in the warm months, Brady Pest and Termite is your solution. And termites? Brady Pest is tops in the Metro East in termite management. Do you have unwanted pests? Then call the best. Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Call 343-1790 or on Facebook at Brady Pest and Termite.
Todd Duke, Lauren Whitty back with you from Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here at Collinsville High School. Good match here between the Kahawks and the Lancers. Each team has won 1 set. We're here in this third and final set, and it's just as close. 2-point lead for Collinsville, and Pelly sends one over that Lancers couldn't handle, and Collinsville now leads by 3 once again. Addie Johnson checks back into the game for Collinsville. She'll go back to serve. Johnson, here's the whistle. She's ready to go. In the middle. Nice dig. Sent back over here for Durzo. Durzo in the backcourt, too far. Sometimes Collinsville knows it's coming, and they'll let her do it, and sometimes it's been close, but a lot of times it's been a good 5 or 6 feet out of bounds. 12-8 in favor of Collinsville. Johnson sends another one across, picked up by Cully. Moved along to the side, and another setup by Gingrich for Durzo, and Durzo picks up her team's point, 12-9. Back and forth we go. Of course, they're going to bring Faith Mitchell back in as Durzo goes back to serve. She went on like a 6-point run the last time she served. Knuckleball picked up by Stouthammer. Moved along by Johnson for Bichoki. Back over to Durzo. And then this way for Faith Williams. Williams into the corner, and that one just sneaks in the corner. Oh,
Nice
no,
spot.
they gave it to Collinsville. Wow, I thought that was in.
Yeah, that was close. I didn't quite see it.
And now a timeout called by the Lancers. So we will step aside one more time before we finish this one up. We're back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Looking to buy a new home or sell your current home? Trust the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now, and you can trust the years of experience the Blaylock Group brings to the table. The Blaylock Group can help you find your dream home, or they can help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty, 618-780-4622. That's 618-780-4622. The Blaylock Group of eXp Realty.
Back at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. Kahok's 2 points away from wrapping up this victory over the JV Lancers. Pachoki serves, and now Williams has to get it across. Stouthammer picks it up in the far right-hand corner, sent back over by Summer. And now a pushover. Collinsville reacts just fine, and now it's going to have to be sent over, and nicely done there by Pritchett. Here is Williams and a goal. Nice dig by Summer.
Oh,
but
go.
here we got a chance to keep it alive, and that was too many hits, and Collinsville, despite that effort, will drop that point.
That was a good dig. And a good dig out of the net, too.
Yeah. So, 3-point lead for Collinsville, 13-10. Back to serve it up is Sarah Gingrich. More confusion at the scorer's table. Guess we have it all figured out. And the libero, Lenny Cully, ready to serve. On the way, Stouthammer to Johnson to Summer.
Swing.
Summer found an empty spot, and Cully could not get there in time. Match point coming up here for Collinsville. They send Jenna Scheller back in for her blocking abilities and her spiking abilities as well. Stouthammer serves, and that one goes into the net. So a freebie. And Gingrich, I thought Gingrich just served the last time. She did, didn't she?
I can't remember.
That's
Looks like they might be checking.
That's the name I called. Sent over. Picked up by Katie Martin. Blocked.
If she did, that down ref didn't catch it.
Nope. Timeout called by Collinsville. We'll go ahead and keep it here for this one. Yeah, I could have swore I called her name on the last serve. I could be wrong because, you know, I've been wrong before. So what kind of feedback did you get for your first effort last week when you made your debut on the Kahok Sports Network?
Well, my family watched it.
Okay.
And they said I did pretty good, but they're also my family, so they have to tell me I did good.
No constructive criticism?
No.
No? The boyfriend?
He didn't watch it. He had a game himself, so.
Well, he could have watched it when he got home.
I know, that's what I said. But, oh well. I'll make him watch this one.
His loss.
Exactly. You can listen to me
You know,
talk
you
even more.
only get your debut once.
Exactly.
Now you're a seasoned veteran, so he missed out on the debut part. All right, Collinsville still can win this game with the next point. Sarah Gingrich back to serve it up once again here for Collinsville, or for Belleville East. She does. Picked up by Stouthammer. This is going to be hard. Johnson sends it back up, and Stouthammer has to get it over. She does so. Now a set up here for Belleville East. Williams got blocked out by Scheller, and Collinsville wins it 15-12. And the Kahawks win this 2-1. That's going to do it for our JV coverage. We'll shut everything down, and we'll come back in just a moment with varsity coverage on the Kahawk Sports Network.